trading. It's a lot more than just slapping on a few trading indicators and making some money. And we're going to talk about how the journey of a trader, it's a lot like visiting a new city in a new country. And then I'm going to hit on 8 skills that are the foundation to your success as a trader. And before we do that, speaking of indicators, you can grab my free indicator blueprint, and it's going to help you use certain indicators correctly in your trading instead of how most people use them. And the link is above or below. You know, when a person first decides that they're going to be a professional trader, rarely do they ever ask, how is this going to happen? Usually people are just too busy counting all their imaginary money in their imaginary mansions and their imaginary vacation spots to be concerned by this little detail. But even in the face of widely available figures on failure rates, like 90% fail, people tend to discount this information thinking that doesn't apply to them. Because, well, they have talent. Everyone else is just a little slow. But then one day, after a lot of money has been lost, it dawns on people just how difficult trading can be. And then they ask themselves the question, well, how do I find consistent trading success? The truth is, a good number of people make trading a lot harder than it needs to be. So why do people make it harder for themselves? You know, a lot of people have become really good at other things in their lives without really knowing how they did it. For example, you get taught how to play sports or how to be a doctor. They learn how to become good socially. They get good advice from experienced parents on parenting. And being able to break down a skill into what makes it work and then formulate how to acquire its parts, that's not something that everyone is automatically going to be good at. Any skill, including trading, it's made up of a number of cogs in order to be able to function properly. So I want you to think for a second where you're in some far away country. They don't speak the same language. You're in a huge city and you have to get someplace. Let's say it's a restaurant by the end of the day. So you're meeting a friend at some point that evening and you have to let them know when you get there. But you have a long time, so there's no rush. So you get all excited to be in this new and exciting city and you're looking forward to seeing your friend who you've not seen for a few years. So you have time, so you decide to take a walk. And you know roughly where it is and decide that it's not going to be a hassle, as you can always just hop in a cab, as you've already known the address of where the restaurant is. So you wander off, you go into some little shops and you have lunch. Then you take a wander through some park, which you assume must be the one you've seen on a map, you've looked at already, but you forgot to take it with you. And then you stumble upon some little museum or a cool little art gallery and you take a look. But by then the day's gone on and now you got to get to the restaurant. So you wander around now and you're trying to get your bearings, but now the city is all lit up and the bright lights are kind of confusing. Everything looks the same. So it's time for a cab or an Uber, depending on where you are. So you finally hunt one down, you get in, you tell the cabbie the address, you think everything's okay. Well, he doesn't say nothing. So you're thinking, what's going on here? So you think, how can you not understand what I'm saying? Just work it out. Where are we going? Well, the trouble is, you have not quite grasped the dialect of the country that you're in. Now, the journey of a trader, it's not too different from this. You start out all excited with all this new information and the possibilities that are in front of you. You drift around for a while. There's no clear direction in what you're doing. You end up getting lost and you start questioning your own ability. And you do all of this without anyone to help you out. So by the time you get to this point where you know you have some serious issues to get over, there's 2 problems. With all these ideas that you've gone through as you try to get ahead in trading, you have a lot of baggage. And it's not the trading strategies or the systems, in spite the fact that there are some good and there's some bad ones out there. Well, the baggage is all those bad habits and practices you've picked up along the way. And once you get to this stage and you see that what needs to still be done you can't do, well, you're often demoralized, demotivated. But as hard as trading really is, it could also be pretty simple. But this is where a lot of people fall off the wagon here. There are aspects to trading that you need to cover, even if they seem boring. Almost like those pointless football drills that your coach used to make you do, or the driving instructor that taught you how to drive. There are foundational skills which have to be developed in order to master trading as a whole. Think about how many people really do have a good idea of what the markets are going to do, but they still can't make any money. They have not become well-rounded traders. They're like that guy who wants to play in the NBA So they concentrate solely on becoming really great at scoring from their own half. Then they wonder why they can't make the NBA. So I'm going to leave you with a list of what I think you should be concentrating on, because we all love lists. But first, I'm going to point out one more thing. If you don't have a good trading idea yet, there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing everything else I'm going to talk about if you're trading at all. Making sure that you're doing everything else well in the meantime is going to prepare you for when you do find something that really works. And if you need something to practice on, you can check out the 3 EMA trading strategy I have here posted on YouTube. All right, so here's a list. Number 1, idea creation. What is your trading approach? How are you going to approach the markets? Trade plan formulation. You have to write out exactly the way you're going to trade. Your money management rules. What are you going to do to protect your trading account? Idea validity testing. What this means is testing to make sure you even have an edge in how you're approaching the market. Market context awareness. Do you understand what the market is telling you? For example, those big, huge momentum candlesticks or bars, what does that tell you if it goes against your position? Preparation. How do you prepare for your trading day? Execution of your plan. That simply means, can you pull the trade trigger when you have to? Performance monitoring. How do you know if you're getting better or worse, if you're getting closer or further away from your goal? And I didn't mention trade psychology because it's really a derivative of what you need to be good at. Now, not to say that psychology is not important, because it's absolutely critical and affects all those 8. It's not just a specific activity, but will come from your preparation. So bottom line, just get to work after you hit the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching.